time family to be part here. Yeah, is it working? Okay. So I'll put my timer for 7 minutes. So I start my project. Yeah, okay. I started my project like a few years ago. We started to think about making some really good influence for schools as mediations, and I start like try to in 7 minutes to explain what I want to say. When I you talk about mediation with a lot of people, usually hear about meditation as a response. So actually, it's very different stuff. It's not meditation. It's nothing with oriental practices. It's way is alternative dispute resolution as part of win-win technique to be successful in the conflict situations. So what is mediation actually is, it's one of the most reliable techniques to resolve conflict without court and without breaking the rules. So mediator is the third party in a conflict which is neutral and trying to make the process of bargaining and negotiations to be effective for each of the party being like involved in the conflict. So I'm not going to read all of these, but we have four main principles, like I call it four for mediation. This process is full confidential, voluntary, impartiality of mediator, and equality. So if there are going to be questions, I'm going to answer later because I have 5 minutes left. So benefit of mediation is because it can be applied to any kind of disputes. It's based on party interest, not according to law or something like that. The mutual agreement is reached by parties only because the mediator can be counselor or advisor in these situations. And as surveys shows, 95% of agreements are always carried out, and process is very flexible and tailored to every situation specifically. The main adventure of this, it's confidential. It's okay, I say, repeat it all the time, but it's very important for people to be confidential about this conflict. So we wanted to bring this technique to schools. According to Russian law, it has to be like every mediation room by 2017. And as background shows, they usually, like SPS triangle, how we call it in schools, it's conflict between school staff, parents, and students all together. Some is mixed, it's connected with other one. So usually in this triangle. So talking about next, current situation is like the teenagers are the most troublesome and radical group usually. A lack of skills of school staff in the area of conflict management and high risk of juvenile delinquency and the fear of the conflict itself make the situation is even worse every time. So as in the project, we were trying to make a peer-to-peer mediation where every student will be a mediator for other students. For example, even within teachers. As surveys shows that usually, of course, we think about mediation and negotiation, we think about really trained, skilled, probably like mature people, but surveys shows that it's even better to be a mediator between children if it's children inside. It's even better. It's easy to them to get agreement. It's easy to give up some thoughts, easier than for like adult. So easygoing steps for my project is like a form group of students and school staff for participation, later provide trainings and some courses for them, get examination of the students and who pass successfully, they will going to conduct a peer-to-peer mediation. So possible P2P mediation areas is like social media improprieties, relationship difficulties, harassments, rumor, gossips, cheating and stealing, racial and cultural confrontation, vandalism, classroom extracurricular disputes, bullying, minor assaults, and fighting. So I think in every school in the world we have these problems. In every class, in every grade, we face it. So the result we expect is we're going to decrease the violence, escalation of conflicts, and juvenile delinquency, and we hope to increase psychological climate, participants, schools involved, like index of effectiveness of conflict resolution, parents' participation and support, and to develop skills of conflict resolution as a children and school staff and parents all together. So it's like kind of SWOT analysis, so I'm going to put some really phrases because I have 2.5 minutes left. The strength is because we have really qualified project implementators, skilled people, who had years, more than 20 years in negotiation and conflict management around the world. So one of the biggest weaknesses is the system of schools itself in Russia. Probably it depends on each country, but there's a strong system which don't want anybody to be inside the system between those who are in there for a long time. Opportunities, as I said before, it will be really great skills to be taught for children that they can use in everyday life after they finish school, in work, for career, and after. Threats, of course, it's distrust and resistance from teachers, parents, and students, and people usually, they don't know the word of conflict, they fear of it, they can't say it, conflict. So it's the main threat we have. So actually we have already experience by making such kind of project. At my university, we organized a clinic of conflict consultant and mediation, which was founded 5 years ago. It's a non-profit university-based student specialist organization. It provides free of charge consultations and mediation for all real clients. Real clients come to us, but we do it for free because we have a mediation consultant who is already a skilled professional. We have a co-mediator and co-consultant who has skills, but not really a huge, 1 minute, okay. He has a huge experience, and 2 observers. So if there are going to be any questions, I'm going to answer later. And for 5 years, we have already 300 cases each year, team of 20 experienced specialists, 15 co-mediators, consultants, and observers, have a really good feedback from clients. And total budget for running this project in school is 30,000 euros, but of course it's flexible. It depends on which results we want to get, like for one school or for another one. So I actually want to say thank you for your attention because I'm trying to be in time. Yeah, Marie? It's great. So thank you very much. I'm going to be ready to answer any questions if there are any questions or any suggestions. Just email me. I'm going to answer as soon as possible. So thank you very much for your attention. Yeah? In time. Great. Thank you.